All right. Let's see. Let's pull this down. Let's push this up. And hopefully you guys can see me. Hopefully you can see Tara. And yeah. I believe we've tested everything out. Wow, we are starting really late. Wow, I didn't realize we were starting that late. Sorry, guys. Okay. So I have a lot to say and announce, and well, not maybe say and announce, but just to say and respond to. First of all, thank you guys for joining me. Actually, you know what? I've gotten into standing lately, and I'm just going to go with it. Maybe I'll close this door so it doesn't. Okay, there is Jennifer. Jennifer, thank you for coming to the effigy burn. I'm going to talk about that in a second. Thank you, Rex, for waiting patiently for your snack and for sharing Mama with us. Thank you, Jackie. Let's see who's here tonight. I believe I've got the comment section figured out. I know Rita can't stay, but she popped in. Thank you, Rita, for doing that. I appreciate it when you guys do that. Shelly is here. Sweet. Lindsay is here. Thank you, Lindsay. Jackie is here. And I'm expecting probably a small crew since I didn't announce this. For 3 years, I have been hoping that we will get to the place where people will just expect that we will have class rather than me having to announce it every single week. And in that effort, I really hope that I just want to get to a place. I always teach class. So hey, Lauren. So unless I have announced that we're not having class, I always have class. And hey, Ray Rise here. Sweet. I get a little frustrated. It's not by you guys. It's never by y'all. But like my Facebook friends that never attend the stream will go, "Oh, I didn't know it was happening tonight." And it's been happening it used to be Mondays, but basically it's been happening twice a week for 3 years. Regularly, and I have never not had a class that I didn't announce, so you can count on me, and y'all show up for me, and I really appreciate that. So this is always going to happen unless I announce differently. Hey Amanda, sweet. I don't know, thanks guys. The thing is, here's the thing I feel about teaching, and this is what makes it hard, and this is what I really hope that y'all are. I know I'm preaching to the choir, and I don't want to turn this into an us and them, but I really want to encourage everyone, even a casual viewer of this, to appreciate the people that show up every week for things. Like, those are the people that keep things going. It is not the one time, once every few months person that stops in that keeps things going. Those people are appreciated. But I'm telling you, it's the same. The same is true in the restaurant business. The restaurant business is built on the regulars. It's not built on a bunch of first timers, unless your restaurant's in Disneyland. Hey, Jordan, or unless you're in a tourist location, it's built on regulars, and probably even then. So, I really, if you're one of those people that keeps taking hoops to something or keeps showing up for a class that hardly anybody is showing up for, I salute you. You are valuable. And if you're the person that does like to, to come to classes regularly, not here. Y'all are great here. This is not a scolding. This is just like, I think sometimes people don't appreciate the effort that goes into being regular. And by being regular, it means that you can take a break for a couple of months, and good for you to have to take a break. But you'll come back, and while you were gone, people were still showing up. And I think it's important to tell your local yoga teacher, your local movement teacher, your local DJ, your local ecstatic dance holder, whatever it is, like how much you appreciate them holding that container in. And I know that some of you are trying to get hoop things going, and I appreciate it. The hoop community is not built by stars. And this is something that, like, I'm so old school. Where the hoop community changed is we used to go from a collection of teachers and students to we started as hoop stars, or there were hoop stars first, but they were like just these inspirations, right? And then it became this community of people that were students and teachers and both, and travelers. And then because of Instagram and stuff, it really became like it became a sort of not even a community, but it just became a bunch of hoop stars. Hoop stars are awesome. They inspire people to look for local classes, but real hoop community, and I think hoop stars would agree with me, comes from the teachers and the students and from, or just the people getting in parks, like just the jammers, but like the community. That's really where hoop community is formed. And I know y'all understand that. And I guess I'm really saying this just to keep you motivated, but also to for the casual viewer that's stumbling on this video, man, like that person that shows up at the park every week with 20 hoops, hug on them, love on them, because that's really where the hoop community gets built, right? Okay. So Tara she's open to pretty much anywhere that this class wants to go. And for those of you that can't leave your house, you can still be a part of the community. That's what we've done here. And I'm not bringing that up because Shelly just commented, because I know Shelly gets out of the house. But I'm just saying that, there is a virtual way to contribute for those that are limited or don't, or on Hooper Islands that don't have any other hoopers. Okay. Okay, cool. Y'all are with me. I'm getting some amens from my 12-second delay here. Okay, so we're 6 minutes in. We're already running late. I want to have a great hoop class. Tonight would be the perfect class for y'all to share any kind of request. That would be a beautiful thing tonight. So as far as the effigy goes, I am a one-track mind. That's my strength and my weakness. And so I have been consumed at the expense of hanging out with Tara, at the expense of hanging out with friends here. I've been consumed with this effigy. It was not the smoothest ride. If we weren't running late, I'd talk more about it. There were a lot of setbacks. I ultimately was not happy with the way that it looked. I had spent over 80 hours on the piece, and I had some problems, some miscommunications with my crew that helped me install it. So I'm happy with the way that it burned, but when you watch something burn online, it just doesn't look that good. So, it burned beautifully. It was a magical moment for me. I'm very happy. I am satisfied, but the way that it looked, it did not come out looking like I wanted it to. So I'm not going to flood the internet with pictures about how it looked before it burned. But after it burned, or during its burn, it was the best burn probably I've ever had. Just the image was just amazing. So, all right, so let's go ahead and jump into hooping. If you have a request, please let me know. Rex is going to disappear for a second while we... Okay, cool. We'll go for a natural sound tonight. We are recording, so should get some good replay. Audible breath in. Anne is in Portugal. I'm sure she would be sending love. Thank you, Tara, for being here. Audible breath in. As you sway tonight, I want to offer one lesson that came on Sunday night through the effigy for me. The effigy was built in a way that before it was lit, the people could climb it. They could climb up into what we called the prayer bed, just for lack of a better term. And they could pay their respects to their loved one that they were saying goodbye to or saying hello to. And at first, the crowd was reluctant to engage, but slowly, as time went on, there was a dance before it was lit. People started to see other people get on it and make their dedication, and I guess they became encouraged. And so many people began to engage with the piece that we had to delay the start of the fire because there were so many people. There was a queue at one point of people wanting to go up and use the effigy as a sacred communique. And it was a revisitation of a lesson that I learned a long time ago, and one that we all know to be true, and that is that things are not innately sacred. Things are made sacred by humans. We decide what sacred is. And it was beautiful and so moving for me to watch humans that night decide that that moment on that land with that stack of wood was going to be something sacred. And just before the effigy was lit, it no longer belonged to me, but it was its own very powerful thing. Audible breath in. My hope for this world is that community will become sacred again. That we'll realize that it's not the community's job to pull us in, but it's us to give to the community, to make the community sacred, to make it important, to make it something we show up for when we're not feeling like it. Community is a garden that we tend to. It requires our care, and that's the beauty of it, that it does take work, that it does take effort. And like a garden, we reap reward from that effort. It's a circle that completes itself. We give, but we get so much. Audible breath in. Thank you for your participation in this garden. Thank you for all the other gardens to which you contribute. Thank you to those who have spurred the collection. Thank you to those that went first to make something sacred. Audible breath in. Even in our teeny tiny little online community here, I hope all of you know that you're missed when you're not here. Your life has value to us, and we miss you. Audible breath in. Night side. Okay, so I realize y'all have made some suggestions. So that camera is going dark because for some reason my bird's eye camera doesn't seem to want to work tonight. And I don't know why, but we'll just forget about that for now. Um, so let's talk. We could talk about the basics of hooping and balancing and the basics of balance. God, a balance class would be awesome for me because I'm tired as hell. But where's my? All right, Tara, I might need your assistance to help me remember these things because I don't seem to have a whiteboard or I took them because I made a pack list for the effigy and it's back in the studio. So, all right, so balance and the basics. All right. And night side, I think I heard a thing. Anybody else? Did I miss anything? I was going to say balance. Okay, if you guys want balance, let's do balance. That's awesome. That would be perfect right now. Okay, but let's do a little bit of contact GUI folding, and we'll talk a little bit about night side. Tier 2 slow flow samurai. Wow, you guys. Okay, I think are we connecting? Slow flow samurai. That would be even. All this is great, and that would definitely tie into. So let's find a good slow flow samurai song. Oh yeah, this will work. Perfect. Slow flow. Okay. All right. Sweet. We're all tired. Now Tara was hoping for higher energy. I can just tell by the way she's standing over there, but we'll go with this. So let's grab our hoops and we'll do some slow flow. Folds. Okay. I feel like my mic is not as loud as it normally is. Do you guys think is that true? Maybe I'm just not hearing it. Alright, we'll start with Slow Flow Samurai. Now, slow flow does not have to mean slow motion, but I invite you to try slow motion. I have talked and raved about it before. It is like one of the geekiest ways that you can move, but it can be so enlightening and there was recently a viral video of someone, a comedian, reenacting someone scoring a goal in soccer. And it was such a hit because his slow motion was so good. And what makes slow motion good and also fun for the person doing it is that everything moves in slow motion. And the more even your pace of all that movement, the more convincing it feels and looks. So my left and my right arm can be doing different things, but the more consistent I keep that pace, the more it looks like the film is actually being slowed down. Audible breath in. Slow motion works with samurai because one of the things about slow samurai form is that you open up and bring awareness to the whole body. So I'm moving my left hand, even though my left hand is holding the hoop, my right hand is still moving, it's still apart. And I can think of, I feel like my mic is doing something weird. I can think of and visualize samurai forms, and I can hit those, and then what I like to do, as you know, y'all, is nice T, is balance. Tara's doing it 2-point samurai. Actually, she's doing like 3-point samurai. Oh, that was a little slower. I mean, a little shorter. All right, let's just flow into the next song because I want to keep that flow going because I finally found it myself at the end there. I enjoy balance, and because I'm kind of a fitness geek, I'm looking forward to being able to move again now that this effigy is done. But slow motion balance is very strength building. Audible breath in. I know that you guys mean hoop balance, but being able to balance you will help your ability to balance the hoop. I am loving this right now. Audible breath in. I like to add isolations to my slow flow. Doing just a nice little roll point isolation right now. Now, I am not folding right now, and isolation is not a fold. If you're new to hooping or new to hoop path and you're still trying to figure out the terms, an isolation is not a fold because it's not breaking any plane. A fold has to break a plane. So this would be me isolating the hoop. I'm just doing a nice little hand walk here. I love this isolation, by the way. If you haven't done this one, I'll show you. Tara's doing it for you. Thanks, T. Tara's helping me teach. If you haven't done this isolation, it's not going to get you a lot of views on Instagram or TikTok, but it's fun. I'm just walking the hoop and I'm smearing it. I can come up. This would be a rising isolation. And then Lindsay and Jackie have been part of the hoop path forever. They are so they might remember some of this, but I used to really geek out. So this is me walking up with my thumbs pointing up. This is me walking up with my thumbs pointing down, and for body geeks, and I probably made Lindsay and Jackie both do this. So this is thumbs up, this is thumbs down. And some of you might be asking yourselves, well, why is he teaching me that? Well, why not? You know, just... If you want to get some strength building going, and this is all working with our slow flow, this is just a hand over hand, trying to isolate the hoop. Tara and I have the benefit of monitors, so we're able to keep the hoops extra. I'll bring it back over here so y'all can see what we're doing. Again, this is so boring it'll put your cat to sleep, but for you, I mean for me, I love the feeling going through my arms. Already tonight, I'm enjoying this kind of gentle strength workout that's happening. And if I want to swing back in, I can do that isolation here. Swing out. If I want to, we're going to do a whole fold song, but I can fold and isolate. Fold back out, isolate, fold, isolate, falling, rising. Then I bring in my slow flow. This is my now I'm doing it all. I'm hand walking, I'm balancing, I'm isolating. All right. Tara has something sweet. Sweet. Let me get your mic up. Don't forget to talk into the very end of it and kind of loud because Anne's a little bit louder than you. I don't think it's on, actually. Let's make sure it's on. Okay.
Hey, so that last, I wish I could demo. The last thing where you were doing thumbs up, thumbs down, walking the hoop.
Do you want me to hold the mic for you?
Well, just yet. So
All right, so just
well,
a little bit louder.
yeah. So
Talk
just,
to me like you're pissed.
It's not a big deal, but it's just.
Well, you really have to be a little bit.
I'll just say, no, that's a great exercise for working your rotator cuff. So getting your internal and external rotators in your shoulders. So you were saying what a good workout for the shoulders it is. So yeah, maybe, I don't know how, putting your cat to sleep or whatever, but really great for your rotator cuff. So there you go.
Nice. Thanks, T. Okay. Where was I? Oh, yeah, let's talk some folding. I'm digging where this class is going already. Well, let's do some folding. I'll sort of lead this while the music is playing. Yeah, using your shadow for isolations is awesome. Okay. So folding. A fold is anytime you imagine, your MRI on Monday. Oh, okay, we were just talking about those. A fold is anytime the hoop moves, breaks a plane, basically. And, like this is a plane, and if you move, the moment I move, I have just folded, right? So spinning is a type of folding, twirls are a type of folding, and then there's what early folding looked something like this. It was kind of like isolation-y. And we were talking about these folds last time. I'm in left near if you watch that class, and I'm going to left far over here. And this is me if I do 2-point version. And then this is that isolation-y thing that we did one time. Nice, T. That's the bird's eye. That's messed up. I like to do contact folds. A contact fold is when you bring the hoop and it makes contact on you, and you reference that point of contact as you make the fold, and it kind of grounds the folds to you. This is a classic circuit that we've done before where I'm swinging the hoop out, but it's keeping contact here. That angle's cool for fold. Sorry, I got lost in what Tara was doing there, but there we go. Yeah, that angle's cool for folding, actually. If you are into the strength moves that we were doing, holding a fold, like holding the hoop out here. I don't know why. All these strength moves are feeling good to me tonight, so I'm just going to kind of stay here. But these are folds. for some of you that have smaller hoops, do these sort of like polar axle folds can be fun. You know, where like I'm folding this way, like it's almost like you imagine your hoop is this giant beach ball that you're trying to roll. All right, Tara's doing. Oh, shucks. Yeah, let's just keep going. We're going to finish up folds and then move into balance for the last 20 minutes of class. Audible breath in. Tara's doing contact folds almost totally. This would be a non-contact fold, right? See how it's not making contact with me? This is a contact fold. The hoop is making, wish I had my above camera, but I don't, but the hoop is making contact with me. That's, song. Tara, any insights? The last one was good. You don't have any insights? Okay. Let's see. Whoa. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. Wait a minute. Does that look better? No? Does that look better? Yeah, that's a little too dark, isn't it? There we go. Let's bring her up a little bit, folks. There she is. Is that a little bit better? It's kind of better before, right? Let's just get back to where we were. All right. There we go. Okay, that's better. There we go. Look at that. Look at how beautiful she looks, folks. Okay, let's talk some balance. Okay, I usually like to put on the most relaxing. Actually, this will be a good. Let's try this. All right. Basics of balance. One thing to keep in mind about balance that it will help keep you going is that balance requires a lot of strength and it requires a lot of fluidity. Even though to the eye you want it to look like you're super steady, but what's really happening in terms of science and your body is you're making all these micro movements that are so small that they make the hoop look like it's standing still. But what's required is that you're keeping these little micro movements happening. They have to happen so fast that you can't tell yourself to do them. You have to let your body do it. And so one way to build that bridge is to stare at a point on the hoop. You lock your gaze onto the hoop somewhere. Now if I'm doing a balance like this is too close to me to focus on, so I like to look all the way across the hoop's expanse and look at the far edge of it and then lock it in. Like I just imagine that there's this invisible hand or hands even that can come out and grab the hoop there. And then I can hold the hoop with one hand. I'll put the balancing hand down here. Now I'm going to put some bend in my elbow on purpose. Now, it doesn't have to be exaggerated, but I don't want to lock. The reason I don't want to lock is that it's harder for me to make those micro movements at first. You can teach yourself to do that. That can be some grace later. But if I put any kind of bend, then my hand is a lot more willing to go up and down and do all the things it needs to do. So I'm not going to lock it. I'm not going to get carried away with it either. But there's going to be like just enough bend that nothing's locked. Now I'm looking all the way across there. Nice. Tara's got a good one going. Bring the music up a little bit so y'all can jam with us. Now, inevitably, your arm is going to get tired. What's really happening a lot of times, okay, so Ray, here's something I want to address. You can totally balance on your palm if you want to. In the hoop path, a long time ago, 20 years ago, I thought it looked cooler to do it on the back of the hand. I just thought if I can balance something round on the back of my hand, that people, the normies of the world, will think that that's really cool looking. And I think it worked. If you see people balance on the back of the hand, a lot of times that means that they've had hoop path, because the bulk of people balance on their palms. All due respect to the people that balance on their palms. There's no right, there's no wrong. It's just, for me, it's a style choice, and I like it on the back of my hand. That's it. Now, I also like to thread it through. Let's see if we can use my handy dandy camera here. Let's see if this is going to work. Yeah. Yeah, okay, here we go. All right, let's see. Here we go. I am balancing the hoop on between my fingers here like this. And this is a nice way that I like to do it in the beginning, is to balance there. Now, I'm not gripping it. This is cheating. They're coming underneath, and the hoop is kind of laying in that channel. And then this knuckle and my fingers are creating the kind of, the level. And most of the time with this, if you're going to try this, usually you need to lift the fingers up. That's usually what the hoop wants to roll off, but if you lift the fingers up, that will help you. All right, that's the first successful use of Zoom Cam since I've tried this. All right, let's bring the music up and let you guys play. I know I talked through that whole song, but we'll do another one. Yeah, this will work as a balance song. Actually, it's going to be a little too much for a balance. Yeah, let's do a feel-good song. This will be a feel-good balance song. Good old rave classic here. The other thing that helps, so lock in with your gaze. The other thing is to think about you're holding a weight. So push your hands always, or you don't always, but think about pushing your hands up into the hoop. Pushing your hands up into the hoop. And if you want to build some arm strength, if you want to start to develop what we call your grip, it's non-grip, it's kind of used ironically, but I can bring my hand up and down with any balance. I can bring my hand up and down, and for some people this actually is easier, but it's a good way to get your reps in. And for reasons that don't make a lot of sense, in hoop path, this is called a bow balance. This is called a day or sun balance. And the day or sun, nice T. Tara's got some good things going. I'll show you one thing she's doing right that I don't want to goof up while she's doing it. You can see which is the best angle for this. Actually, this one is. I lost you. Sorry. But she had a good balance going, and with Tara, she grew up moving her body, so this is not new to her. She teaches movement. Her whole life is movement, but her legs are bent, and I can't tell you how much that helps. That can be just this one little trick that will help you. Just keep your legs bent. Don't bend them to where they strain. You don't want to force. You're not crouching. You're just keeping them alive. With balance, you really don't want anything locked. The art of balance is making it look like something's locked, like the hoop is just standing there on its own. It wants to stand there. In reality, the hoop wants to do anything but stand there. as I was saying, this is a sun balance, and we've done the door knocker to get here before. This is where I'm gonna keep watch how I'm starting this door knocker high. My hands are up towards my head, and the reason they're high right now is because I want to exaggerate. So when I swing the hoop out, my hands are going to drop to my waist or to my lower ribs or something. So I'm here, my hands are high, but watch, once I swing out, they drop. See where they are now? So swing back out. See how my hands are high? They're like in line with my shoulders, right? And when I swing out, my hands are going to drop. So their new home is downstairs. They're going to start upstairs, okay? Drop. And then this is the circuit that we've done before. I think Jackie said she had had success with this one before, I think. Maybe more of you have, but this is the circuit of this is kind of like an Olay. Nice, T. If you're new to balance also, Ray Rye, you were asking me about basics. This is just doing this drill over and over. Balance is a feeling. It's not a goal. It's not like something you just get to. It's not a place. It's a feeling. Like a feeling of balance. Like once you learn to balance one thing, you can balance anything, right? And so just swinging the hoop out and trying these balances, even if you can't like stick it for very long, like you can't like hit it like a gymnast nails a landing, just keep doing it over and over again, and that's a basic, that's a fundamental that will teach you how to find a feeling of balance. Hey, there we go. It worked. Wow. All right. I got it. We're back. For you geeks out there, the one-handed door knocker. Oops. We're down to our last 5 or so minutes of class here, but for you dorks out there, that are looking for a challenge, the one-handed door knocker is possible, and it's done the same way. I'm gonna start with my hand high here and then drop it. And then since we're sort of towards the end of class, what So for Ray Rye, I don't know if she's or if they are still here, but as far as balance basics, just to summarize, use your eyes to hold the hoop, find a focal point, hold it there. I have ADHD so badly, and this was a great way for me to develop my focus, because focus will help get you through uncomfortable moments when you have ADHD. So I just stay focused there. I start to worry about what's going on in the world. I come back, I focus there. I start to wonder how my day is going to go tomorrow. I bring back and come there. I worry about something that's never going to happen in a million years. I bring my focus back to there. Remember, before, the angle of how you're holding the hoop determines it. And once you lock into how you hold the angle, that's how you create hand walking. So a hand walk starts, so this would be a balance. A hand walk starts when I start to tilt that up or tilt it backwards, and that causes the hoop to roll off of that point. So most of the hand walking that I do, the hoop is rolling back towards me, which means that my hands are tilting up, and that is what creates the walk. So I'm here, so this is me holding the hoop flat. I'm going to bring my fingers up. You see how the hoop rolls back? Boom. The one-handed door knocker keeps twisting. Yeah, that I think that's kind of. Let's see if I have any advice. No, because it's doing it on me too. The only advice I have is the one that everybody hates, which is just practice. Is the hoop aligned in the front of the nose or side where the hand is? In front of the nose. I don't know if it's so much. I'd never thought about it that way. I've never thought about it, Ray. I don't want to dodge your question. I've just never thought about like its alignment. I think about where I'm looking. Now, I don't like to look here. This makes my eyes cross anyway. That's why I wear sunglasses when I hoop. But if I look across, then I can focus on it. And then the really trippy thing, and we've done this before. This is for you movement geeks out there, but you can, you probably have realized this age of life that you see principally out of one eye and the other eye backs that up. But what I used to try to do is like believe that I could change which eye I was looking from. So when my head is to the right of the hoop, or when my head is to the left of the hoop, I imagine that my left eye is what's looking out here. And then when the hoop is over here, my right eye, so it's kind of like the eye that can see past the hoop, I imagine that that's what I'm using. So super geeky stuff here, but right now I am imagining that I'm seeing out of my left eye, that my left eye is the one that is looking at the hoop. When I bring the hoop over here, my right eye, maybe it would help you if I was here. So right now the hoop is in my right hand. Balance with the hands. I think you're talking about balance hops. And I notice your hands are facing forwards. I've managed it to work slightly, tilting my palms in. Okay, yeah, you guys please share what's working for you. Oh yeah, so as far as like hops, so this is a hop. And they're actually easier than you think. But like for a hop to work, you're going to push up, but then you bring your hand down. It's kind of like the door knocker. You're going to bring your hand down so you can create some air. This is the 2-point balance. This is almost like if you've got your wheels chalked on your car, right? Like if you've got something in front and behind, you don't want it to roll anywhere, right? Boom. Boom. All right, let's free hoop. We're already at 9 o'clock here. 8 o'clock. Yeah, I haven't set my clocks back yet. It's been such a little reward to not set my clocks back because I'm like, oh, I got another hour. All right, let's go. Free hoop. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, Tara, for taking your time. Thank you for bringing Rex over. Rex, thanks for sharing Mama. One thing I want to say. Oh, nice! I like that one. Let's see. Let's go up here. So Ray, I hope I'm saying that correctly, but as far as finding balance flow, I really recommend that you just work on 2 balances at once. You can work on all of them, but work on two at first. So, because one is going to lead to the other. But if you get, I like this. But one is going to lead to the other. So what I mean by that is like if you're unable to get this one, then try this one. And if you can't get both, then keep trying both. But once you find one, spend some time just doing that. It is not the steepest learning curve here. Like it's a pretty gradual one when it comes to balance. Unlike core hooping where You can go from not being able to do it to being pretty good in about an hour. Balance is not usually like that. Balance is for people that like to read long books or like long movies or long TV series or something where they know they're committing to a lot of effort. Oh, I haven't heard this one in forever. I don't know if this is going to go with our flow. I love that song, though. Do you feel like hip-hop or you want something a little bit later? Yeah, let's do a little bit lighter. It's almost at the end of class. Yeah, let's try this one. All right, guys. We'll chill out. We're at the end of class. We'll free hoop from here.
Fitting in your vibe and you'll be styling out too quickly.
Sweet.
Man, it's just the way you do it when you move so swiftly. Vibing out to you and making me do you, man. Smoking out the way I feel emotion, so good, it's so bad, it's so bad, it's so new. I'm wishing at the end of June. Clouds in my shroud, in my vision grow clearly. Can't see ahead if I'm fine when I leave me. What is the saying when you should let go? What is so impossible?
Oh, you're welcome, Jackie. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Carla. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Ray Rai. All those who have participated tonight. Those who are watching on replay. Thank God there's an HD replay. I remembered.
No rainy,
Thank you.
no windy, no sun. Just music and just the one. I'm fine like that, fine like that, fine. I'll never be losing, I'm on every time. No, you don't knows me no better like that. Fitting in your style and out too quickly. And it's in the way you do when you move so swiftly. Vibing out to you, make me do you, man. Smoking out the way I feel the emotion. It's so good, it's so bad, it's so bad, it's so new. Wishing at the end of June. Clouds in my shroud and my vision clearly. Can't see ahead if I'm fine when I believe in me. What is it saying when you let go? What is so impossible? So do me like
Nice.
that with a smile, with a smile. With all your notes, you know better.
Rex is such a good boy.
When we be on
Okay, Taro, say goodnight to or wave goodnight to everybody. Thank you, guys. Sorry we ran a little bit late today. I'm back, y'all. I'm back. The effigy is complete. The experience is over. I'm not going to start another project for a while, so this is my project. So thank you guys for everything.
I'm fine like that, fine like nothing. Up from above it, don't leave me behind. It's around all the earth that we know.